Yeah, half in Austin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's like literally my first half marathon ever.
How you feeling?
Nervous. I'm like,
No, no, it's all good. I've had to like stop some podcasts before.
really?
One in particular I had to stop. It wasn't anything bad, but like we had to take a break because I think he got emotional, but he didn't want to cry. Like you could
Oh,
tell he was holding back. So he was like, "Bro, can we just like chill for
like,
yeah."
damn.
But it's for the most part they've all been smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's good.
So no pressure.
Okay.
Just kidding.
This one has to be a good one.
So this is episode, oh God, 62? Yeah, it's 62.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Does that have any significance to you, like those numbers?
No,
Okay,
not at all.
that's good. I just have to check because like a lot of people will be like, oh, like
My lucky number.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But yeah, 62. We're sitting down with Leslie. I don't know your last name. I know it's like your Instagram name is Gina, right? Leslie
Yeah,
Gina. What's your last name?
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Leslie Gutierrez. And so you are 23?
22.
22.
Damn, not that old. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
When's your
No.
birthday?
May 15th.
May 15th. So that makes you, I don't
I'm
know.
a
your signs.
O2 baby.
O2?
Or baby, like I'm not a baby anymore. but
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus?
I don't know what that means, but
So you're not like super into like
no, not
Okay,
at
okay.
all. Sometimes like my mom would tell me stuff, but I would just be like, okay.
oh, that's
like,
cool.
Or
All
like
right.
people would tell me like, oh, you're a Taurus. I could tell. I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, what does that mean? I don't know.
You just go along with it.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so yeah, you're born May.
Mm-hmm.
And you play soccer, or you still are playing soccer. You played for UTEP.
Yes.
But I think I was talking to you last time that you have hopes to play like professionally.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so yeah, have you played like soccer your entire life basically?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Really?
And it was all because of my brothers, honestly. But my brothers, they played when they were like smaller and stuff like that, but they never took it serious as in like playing club or like varsity or going into college like that. I was mostly like the one that went to like varsity. I was actually the first one for my family to like move out of town,
Really?
and then first generation as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, like
Hell yeah. So your parents are from Mexico?
yeah, from
Yeah.
Ciudad Juarez.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
So how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 older brothers, and I'm the youngest and the only girl.
2 older brothers. Okay. Are they protective?
Oh yes, for sure, yeah, they're.
So
Very
do you have any like nieces and nephews?
I have 2 nephews.
2 nephews.
The oldest is 7, and then the youngest, he's about to be 2 in March, I believe. March or April, something like that.
Got you. Okay, yeah. So you grew up here in El Paso.
Yes.
So did your parents, they moved here when you were born here, right?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
already here when I was born, but when they had my oldest brother, that's when they were like in the process of moving over here and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. And so what was kind of like your upbringing like? Just like the dynamic with your family, and obviously you played a lot of soccer growing up. Did you like play any other sports, or just like kind of take me through like your childhood and
So obviously like I was like the only girl, and like
Yeah.
I grew up with my brothers, so they're very like competitive and stuff, so I was like, okay, like, you know what, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna be better than you. But I've always played soccer. Maybe like middle school I did track, and then my last year of high school, my senior year, I did cross country.
Okay.
But it was only like practices. Like I never did like the actual meets.
just for like conditioning and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Okay,
because it was, I believe it was before soccer season. So then my coach at the time, she was like, no, I don't want you guys doing other sports, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna train or whatever.
Yeah.
But
And so what high school did you go to?
El Dorado.
El Dorado.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think. So do you know what year did you graduate?
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So do you know Dwayne?
Doing.
He's your artist now.
Yes,
from
yes, yeah.
Mall? And DeRay.
Duray,
Yeah.
yeah. They're from my class. Yeah.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
I think those are only 2 people I know from Eldo. Where'd you go to high school? Montwood.
Boo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I went to Andrus.
You went to, and I thought you went to Malwood.
No, it's because I moved here like my sophomore year, but I kept going to Andrus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I graduated in 18, so I think I'm definitely a little bit older.
No, you're not.
But so did you guys know each other like before?
What was it? High school?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Like,
high school.
but I'm younger than her, so I graduated in 22.
2022.
And we just kind of, like, we followed each other on Instagram, like, we knew of each other. And then once we were we were both at UTEP at the same time for a year. And then we kind of, like, would run into each other, but we didn't really, like, know each other until, like,
Literally a month ago. Yeah.
Going to Powerhouse and stuff.
Yeah, no, literally.
I feel like East Side schools, like, I feel like a lot of people know each other from like the East Side schools. Would you say?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, just in general, like, if you're from El Paso, like, everyone knows everyone.
I agree.
Everyone
For
knows.
sure. It's what do you like that about El Paso, or is it kind of like a con for you?
Yes and no. I say yes because, like, you can make a lot of connections and stuff like that, and, like, they could help you out in the future. But then no, because it's like people, like, in the past will say like, oh yeah, like, she was this type of person, blah blah blah, and you're probably not that type of person anymore.
Yes.
And then like,
yeah, people know you for who you like, who you were when like they were with you, you know, and like first met you, and so yeah, it's kind of, I would say it's kind of hard to grow into and evolve into a new person.
Yeah.
Without like someone like, I think that's any hometown thing though, in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like in bigger cities, like it's not the case because there's so many people.
Yeah.
But I think that's why a lot of people end up just leaving because they feel like, I don't know, they just feel like they can like build something new.
Just like outgrow like your hometown.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
No, but I honestly wouldn't leave El Paso.
You wouldn't?
I want to.
Oh, you want to?
I
Okay,
want
okay.
to. I'm just like, I'm like a city girl, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
So where do you want to go?
anywhere but El Paso.
Don't say that. There's some
Nah.
bad places.
No, I'm kidding. Don't cancel me.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But I don't know. Maybe, I know California is expensive, but
Yeah.
I would always tell myself, like, if you want to live in Cali, like, you're gonna have to work hard for it.
For sure.
Because I like the expensive life. I like expensive things.
Yeah.
So.
I never knew I was like a city boy, honestly.
Really?
I used to always like, it's because I feel like my personality is like kind of chill.
Yeah, like.
But I feel like just going, like I went to New York one time and I was only there for like a little bit, but I don't know, there's something to like the city energy. Just like, I really love it too.
There's like a lot to do. Like, I went to, well, my first 2 years of college, I was in Normal, Illinois, but it was like an hour and so from Chicago.
Okay.
So
it's cold as shit there.
Yes. Literally, I was just telling her, like, the first practice ever, because I had like 5 a.m. training. So me and my roommate were getting ready, whatever. We didn't see the messages or anything. We opened our apartment door. Bro, like the snow was literally halfway.
No way.
And then we look and we're like, practice is canceled. Yeah. But
So I bet that was like a huge culture shock.
it was so fun. Like, I miss JUCO, honestly.
Yeah.
But going back to Chicago, like, every weekend we would go to Chicago and like there was something to do. And like comparing it to El Paso, or like coming back to El Paso, it's just like,
Yeah,
there's not really much to do, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think it's slowly getting there. I feel like hopefully it will in the next like 15 to 20 years.
yeah.
It's just there's not tourism whatsoever. So like I feel like businesses have a hard time like surviving here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody kind of goes to the new places or like the places that everybody's going to, and then once there's something else, it's just like move on. There's not enough people to like continue, like, if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
But like before getting into like your college experience, like during high school, did you know like you wanted to play soccer in college?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like being in like varsity and stuff, like obviously like you're competing with like seniors, juniors and stuff like that. So when I was a freshman in varsity, there was actually this girl named Jackie Soto, and she was a senior at the time, and she committed to UTEP.
And she was at your school?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was at Eldo, and oh my gosh, she was so good.
Yeah.
And like at the time, like you wouldn't hear like El Paso people committing to like D1 colleges and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna prove it to my hometown, like that I could do it or whatever. And I saw her like signing that day, and I was just like inspired. Like I was so motivated.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what, like this is so cool. Like I do want to play college ball, but I just didn't know like the outlets, I guess.
The path?
Yeah, the path. Because people at that time, they were like already like in good club teams, and I was like barely going into like club. Well, not club, but like getting to the good club teams here in El Paso.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know how to start, you know? And then my best friend's dad, she started helping me and stuff like that. The high school varsity coach was helping me and just things like that. And after that, like I started doing it on my own. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start emailing coaches.
Yeah.
Going to camps, going out of town, tournaments, ID camps, and all of that.
Yeah. Did you know at that time, like when do you feel like the biggest switch for you happened as far as like your how do you say it? Just like your skill level and stuff. Like what do you feel like you made the biggest jump? Or were you always just like good?
Well, like around probably 8th grade to like freshman year and sophomore year, I was like, oh, like there, but not as much, you know, as like other like
Players,
people players. I say it was probably junior year. Like the end of junior year, I was like, okay, like I'm at my peak maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and then senior year, obviously COVID happened. And honestly, if COVID would have not happened, we would have been like state championships.
Really?
Yeah.
Eldo?
Yes, like
You guys were nice.
we were good.
Yeah.
Like it was a good team, honestly. Yeah.
And yeah, what was that? So you graduated after COVID, right? Okay, yeah. But your senior year was definitely like that sucks. Like I feel like if I had my college senior year was during COVID. So I didn't get to graduate like college. Like it was like an online.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like high school graduation, obviously I think the college and bachelor's degree is more significant, but for whatever reason, like I think the high school one was more exciting. So for you to not be able to experience that, I feel like right. Did you experience it or it was like outdoors or?
It was at the SAG.
Oh, at the SAC.
And it was just outdoor, and like we had to wear masks.
Oh, shit.
That was it. And then we didn't even get a prom or anything. But
and it was all online, no? Like
yeah,
your classes?
Literally.
So you were just at home the whole time?
That it was just online. And then honestly, well, since it was like new, obviously, like I just felt like the teachers didn't care. They're like, this is new, like we're trying to figure it out. Like just try your best.
Yeah. So it was low key, like not even you weren't learning shit. Huh?
Yeah, basically. No, yeah, I was just in my room.
That's how Andres was, but all the time, not just during COVID.
Really? That's funny.
But yeah. So you said, all right. So you get to graduation. When do you are you like getting different offers?
So during senior year, like the beginning, that's when like recruiters and like coaches started reaching out. And at first I was just like these are not good offers, you know. Like not gonna lie, at one point when I first did get my first offer, I was like, oh my god, like I got my first offer, like I think this is the right choice. And my dad was like, I would tell my dad, and he was like, no, like you need to chill, like this is college, like just wait a little bit, there might be something better, whatever. And it was Oklahoma Panhandle State, something like that. And that university actually like told me like come and like train with us, and I was like, okay, like fine, like I'll do it. We went, we actually drove, my dad like drove and stuff,
like 15 hours or
yeah
something like that? Yeah.
And I did it, and I was like, no, like I'm glad I went to see like the level, you know. And now like after the training session, I was like, you know what, like yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Let's see if there's something better, and if there's nothing, we'll do something about it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting. It was already season for my senior year, and there was these two coaches, and they were all JUCOs. They were like D2 JUCOs. And I got one, and I went on a visit. Oh my god, There was nothing around it. What is it called? I don't know, but there's
What
literally
state was it?
Texas.
Texas.
It was Texas.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like a small little town, and literally the only thing that was there was Walmart. The Walmart
Damn.
and then the school. So
Not
I was
even like a
like,
Mickey D's or anything.
well, yeah,
Maybe.
like Sonics,
Okay,
Sonics,
yeah, yeah.
Sonics. So I was just like, oh my god, like, is this actually the right choice?
Uh-huh.
And the coach was so cool. He was like outgoing, whatever. The team was good, and I was just telling my dad, I like it, but there's nothing to do. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna commit.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. The day after, I go back, and I was sitting now because I think I was probably injured or something. Like my hammies were sore or something. And I was sitting next to the coach, and I was just telling her, I was like, Coach, I think I'm just gonna commit. Like, there's no one else that wants me. I'm just gonna commit. Again, she told me, just wait, be
Was
patient.
it during season or?
Yeah, this was already like the beginning of season.
Which is what, like January or?
Around December.
December. Okay.
December, January. And I was just like, Coach, but like, what if I don't sign? Because like my biggest thing was like, oh, I want to sign,
Yeah.
and, like in front of my family, whatever. So then she was like, just wait. And it was literally so crazy. My phone was on the side, and there was this coach, which two of my club teammates were at the time, and they were like living life. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. He calls me, and I'm like, Coach, he's calling me. And she's like, answer. And I'm like, I'm already gonna commit. Like,
Mm.
and at the time for the other college, they weren't gonna pay like full ride. Like, it was like halfway.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, whatever. I answer, and he's like, hey, I heard that right now you're a senior, blah, blah, blah. You're looking for a school. And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, right now, I'll give you a full ride, but you need to sign by the next day. And I was like,
What?
I was like, there's no way. So then I get home, and I'm like telling my parents. Typical Hispanic parents are like, okay, like, where is it at? How much money? Asking all these questions. And I'm like, we don't have time for this.
And then they ask the same question.
Yeah. So then my dad's like, what are you going to do? What's the process? Whatever. And good thing the coach talked Spanish, because my parents, like, my dad, he knows English, but not as much, you know, and the same with my mom. So I was like, okay, like, you need to explain this to me, because this is too much right now. So he like talked to them perfectly, like he explained everything.
What was the reasoning behind like him saying you have to commit like tomorrow?
Coaches, when it comes to like giving you offers, they pressure you. They're like, either you take it or another player is gonna take it, you know. So then I was like, let me talk to my parents. And this was Normal, Illinois, so it's like what, 20 hours?
Yeah,
Chicago's like
far as hell.
20, yeah. So I was like comparing it to like a 4-hour drive to like 20-hour drive. I'm like, oh my god, like. So they're like, do you want to do it? I mean, it's a full ride, like they're gonna be paying for everything, up to you. And I was like, okay, right now I'll sign.
Damn.
So then I told the coach, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to commit. I'm willing to go. You could count on me.
Yeah. And you weren't nervous about how far it was gonna be?
I was like, I'm leaving El Paso, bye. No, but I was very excited. I was never worried to be far from home. I was like more excited to like explore and stuff.
Got you.
And yeah, I'm telling you, like, I was the first one to move out, you know. And yeah, my mom was like, my baby, like, what am I gonna do without you? I'm like, Mom, like.
Yeah. So how did it feel like because you were looking forward to like signing in front of your family and everything like that? So what was that like for you?
Well, since COVID happened.
Oh shit, yeah.
We didn't have like a ceremony, so we had to do it online. And I just had like a small get together at my house, and like the computer was right there. My family was in the background.
Mask on and shit.
And basically, and yeah, like I just signed there, and that was it. Yeah.
And so you end up going out there, and were you ever homesick? No. Damn.
Like it's
that's impressive.
No, it really is. And my mom, like, she's like super mind blown, and I'm like, I just got it like that. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know, like, I guess I was just like ready to be on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm like the type of person that like likes to be independent, like likes to do her things like her own way.
Yeah.
And whenever people ask for help, I'm like, no, let me do it. And then like if I need help, like you
Got
could
you.
help me. Yeah.
So that's always been like your personality. Yeah.
And
Do you do a lot of things alone? Like, are you the type of person that like can go to the movies alone or like go eat?
like going on dates by yourself?
Yeah,
like, yeah, like I don't mind at all.
Okay.
But if I have like a friend or something, I'll go. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind. But yeah, and I feel like I get that personality because of my dad. Like he would always tell me like, you have to do things on your own because you can what's the word? Rely on other people because you never know what they're gonna do. And honestly, it's pretty true. Yeah.
No, that's fact. I think that's a strength that I feel like super beneficial because I also feel like it can go a little far. But you said like you didn't struggle with like homesickness. Nothing.
Not at all, because I'm telling you.
But also, I feel like playing sports helps a lot too.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I'm so grateful that like the first year, which was their second year, it was two of my club teammates. And then
so you already knew two people there.
And then my best friend got an offer after me. And then who
to the
else?
same school?
Yeah, to the same school.
Oh, hell yeah.
Actually, also for the first school as well.
Wow.
Because she was like, if you commit, like, I'm committing. And I'm like, girl, no. Like, we need another place that's better.
Yeah.
Who else? And then part of the boys team, there was some players from El Paso as well. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Damn, yeah. So I guess obviously it's still far as hell and like you're away from your family, but that definitely helps is having people you know from El Paso that are kind of going through the same things.
Yeah.
And didn't you guys win like nationals or something like that?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm telling you, it was like the best experience ever.
Yeah.
It was.
This was your freshman or sophomore year?
My sophomore year.
Sophomore.
And my first year, well, since like COVID happened, they had to put our season, like our actual season, in spring. So we finished literally around, because we made it to nationals, but we lost semifinals my first year, and we ended up going home like around mid-June probably, and then we had to come back July, and then we started fall season, which was like our regular season, and then we had like our regular schedule.
But that second season, like you guys were expecting to like win it all.
Oh again. Yes. Yeah. If we didn't get it the first year, like we have to win the second. We have to win the second year.
Yeah. And was that like when the first time you lost, was that tough?
Oh, it was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Cause we played in Georgia, I believe. Georgia. And it was like a rain delay. So it was first half, I believe it's 0-0 or something like that. It was 0-0 the whole time. And then we came back from the delay, and I believe it was overtime. I don't remember. But it was literally like the second half of overtime, and the forward from the other team scored on us.
Scored. So it was 1-0.
Yeah. And that's how the game ended.
Were you heartbroken?
Oh, yes. I'm telling you, like, it's so much worse than like a relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough because.
Do you hate to lose or love to win?
I hate to lose. I love to win. I love to win. But
which one more though?
I love to win. Yeah, I love to win.
Okay,
like I'm honestly very competitive, and it could be a curse.
For sure.
But I'm very competitive. I'm also like very perfectionist. So I'm like, I need to do this right. But sometimes like you need to lose to learn and like grow as a person, you know? And I feel like that's what UTEP taught me, because literally all the games that we won my first year, it was like 20 I'm not sure, 20-1 or something.
At UTEP?
No,
at the other school.
It was called Heartland Community College.
Got you.
And then we went into our second year undefeated, regular season and then conference, whatever, and then national championship, like 22-0. Like you could even, I wish I would have brought it, but we got rings, and it's at like 22-0.
That's sick.
And I was like, oh my god, like this is so cool. But going back to the losing part, that's what UTEP taught me, because I came from like high school and JUCO winning a lot. I mean, we would lose here and there, you know, but coming to UTEP, it's like, oh, like D1, like this is gonna be good, you know. And then like you have tough seasons like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So obviously, so community colleges or like JUCOs are only 2 years.
Yeah.
So you knew you were gonna go play somewhere else after that?
That was the plan.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like the recruiting process is hard, especially if like, you know, like the level that you want to play for. It's tough because you have to kind of wait until your season is over for coaches to talk to you. And so I had to wait for season to be over, and I was like, okay, like what's next, you know, like do I want to play D2, NAIA, D1, D3, what? And I was always talking to my dad about it, because like I would talk to my brothers about it, but they're like, they really don't like know the knowledge behind that. So I mean, my dad either, but I would always ask my dad, like, what should I do? Like,
did you have the season, that second season of like that you could that you knew like you could possibly go D1, or was it like kind of like a you knew it was gonna be tough?
I always told myself like it was gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And like a lot of coaches would tell me like, oh, like you're too scrawny, you're too skinny, you're too short, you can't go D1, like it's gonna be tough for you. And I'm like I would take it as much like as positive that I could, because like anything, like any comment, like I don't like taking it negative. Like if I could use it in a positive way, I'm gonna use it in a positive way. But I was like, okay, like whatever you guys say, you know. So then I was like, I want to go D1. I want to try it. Let's see, you know. And so I would talk to my dad about it, and I was like, I want to go D1, but I know it's hard. Like people tell me I'm scrawny, like I'm short, like I don't know what to do, you know. And he's like, you're gonna have to figure it out. But like if you want to go D1, go D1.
Yeah. And
literally after, I think it was semifinals, and me and my best friend, we were like trying to figure it out. We're like, bro, like what are we gonna do? And I was like, you know what? Let's just email D1 coaches, D1 teams, whatever, and let's see what we get out of it, you know? So my first one was UTEP. I was like, you know what? Because also around freshman year, sophomore year, and like a little bit of middle school, I would go to their UTEP ID camps. So I was like,
why not?
Why not, you know? And then I would go to their games as well. And I'm like, this is cool. Like, I could see myself here, you know? So then I emailed the coach, and I was like, hey, well, like, just sending an email. And I was like, you know what? Like, whatever it wants to be, whatever. So the next day we had, like, the championship. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, I'm nervous. I'm, like, feeling my stomach. Whatever. In the morning, I get a notification. And I was like, oh, like it's
the morning
coach.
Of the championship?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like before the game. And I was like, oh my God, like it's the coach. And she basically said, send me your highlights. I was like, oh my God, like I need to make a video. Like I'm all stressed. I have a game, whatever. So then we ended up winning in PKs. We went to overtime and then PKs.
Oh, penalties?
Yeah.
Damn.
So then it was so nerve-wracking.
Yeah. And
then we win. And then we're back at the hotel, and I'm literally there. Like, I don't know how to get my highlights. Like, I don't know how to put it in a pretty way. Like, nothing.
You guys didn't have huddle or anything?
We had VO.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of the same thing.
Same thing.
But, like, I was still missing games from, like, obviously nationals and stuff like that. So I, like, texted my head coach. I was like, I need these games now. I need the PK that I score. I need everything. He sent it. I put in a video. I think it was on a Monday. Monday morning, I sent it to her. I was like, sorry, like, I just won the national or whatever. She's like, no worries. Like, how was it? And like, I was just like explaining, you know? And then she was like, I sent her my highlights and she was replying so fast. I was like, okay, like, this is a good thing, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so she texted or she emailed me. She was like, I would like to set up a Zoom call. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is cool, you know? But I think they were still, like, in season or something like that. She started, like, replying a little bit later and stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm going to be calm, whatever. And then other teams started reaching out. It was, like, NAIAs, D2s. It was mainly D2s and NAIAs. And then there was this NAIA school from Florida that reached out, and I was like, I don't know, you know, but they're gonna pay for my ticket.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go on a visit, whatever. I went.
Didn't like it. Where was it?
Florida. I don't even know. It was Florida for sure.
But it was what didn't you like about it?
I mean,
just the program itself?
No. Like, the campus was nice, honestly. Like, you would look at it and be like, this does not look like an NAI school, you know? But just, like, the level, you know? I was, like, I told myself, I mean, I just came from JUCO. Like, I could do something better. And, yeah, like, that was, like, what happened. And then one of the head coaches from Heartland, he got a job at TAMU International. It's a D2 school. And he was telling me, just come with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like, I do, but I don't, you know? Like, at that time, I told myself, look, I already played for you 2 years, your style of play, which it was kind of like Mexican soccer.
How would you describe a difference?
I feel like Mexican soccer or, like, Hispanic soccer or whatever, it's mainly more like pass, goal. And, like, here in the United States, it's like long ball. Like, long ball. I'll send it to her and she has to run and
go get
do her thing or whatever, you know?
Okay. Damn, I didn't even know there was, like, a different style.
No, like, you could tell.
Yeah.
But
what about European? Is there a difference between that?
European is so, like, fast.
Yeah.
Super fast. Like, it could be, like, long ball, touch, goal, or long ball, and then she's gonna score, or, like, different types, you know.
So the coach ended up reaching back out to you, like, after the season, or?
Yes. This was already, like, I believe March. I did have a good time, like, thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I had meetings, whatever, and like, I ended up committing, and I was just, like, very excited.
Yeah. Were you excited coming back?
Yes, but no. I was like, because the only reason that, like, I did it mainly was because I'm like, oh, like, from my hometown, you know, I'm gonna show out for my hometown. I'm gonna prove it to people, whatever. But just, like, living back, like, changing scenery, I'm telling you, there's not much to do, you know.
Yeah.
But it was fun to be back because I got to see my family again, my nephews, just spending time with my family, you know, like, being able to go to gatherings that, like, I missed for 2 years and stuff like that.
For sure.
But yeah.
And it was a totally different feel from Division 1 to JUCO.
Oh yeah, it was it was different.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely a lot more, like, resources and, like, money behind it, no? Yeah. And so what'd you end up, like, graduating with?
I graduated with my bachelor's in criminal justice and then a minor in communications.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you kind of, like, graduated, obviously you still have, like, aspirations to play. So what do you what's, like, the path that you know that right now that's going to allow you to do that? Because obviously you have film from college that you use.
Yeah.
Is there, like, camps you go to? Is there certain tryouts? Like, how does that work?
So there is, or it just depends, but there is, like, camps that you could go to, like, trying out for, like, the professional teams and stuff like that. Camps as well. It just, like, it's on you to, like, do research and be like, oh, like, okay, like this team is gonna be here. I need to go. I need to pay. Blah 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 blah. But sometimes mainly most of the time it's like you need to pay and stuff like that. But if that's what you really want to do, then
for
go
sure.
for it. Yeah.
Would you mind going overseas?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Like how I was like I had a exit meeting with my coaches, and I literally told them, I'm like, if there's a team overseas, like I'm willing to take it.
Yeah.
And they're like, what about in Mexico? Anywhere, like you tell me and I'll go.
So they help you kind of like search.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot of pro players? Like, do you have connections to some?
Yes, actually, there's this girl from El Paso. Her name is Emily Alvarado, and she's a goalie, and she's one of my club coach's daughter, and she played for Houston Dynamo.
Okay.
Houston Dash. And
it's an MLS team, or
for the women's side. And then she went to a European team, and then she came back, and then she's playing for a Mexico professional team right now. But yeah, I know her. And then there's one of my friends. She's from San Antonio. I played for a summer team like 2 summers ago, and she was there, and she played for Club Leon, something like that. And right now she's like helping me like through the process and stuff, and like sending my videos and stuff like that. And as of right now, I'm just like taking my time with it, you know. Like it's been like a month since like I graduated. Yeah. And
obviously you're still staying active. You're still working out hard.
Yeah.
Have you touched a soccer ball since then?
Here and there. I'm mainly just running. Yeah. I've been with Run For It.
Run a lot.
Yeah, a lot of miles, honestly. Yeah.
For sure. I really want to go to one of the sexy paces. It's just I haven't ran that long in a while, and I'll be okay, because like I did the half marathon last year, when I was training a lot for it, and actually did really well. Like I was very happy with it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year again. Right, maybe I will, but I know I'm not gonna like go as crazy as I did. Okay. But no, I definitely want to try it out. I feel it seems like chill, like just like it's not as big as the Run For It. So it seems like I don't know, it just seems like a lot more chill. You run a little longer. It
is like, I'm telling you, like a lot of people like over the months and stuff like that, like a lot of people like come. Yeah. And it's like, damn, you guys are crazy, like 7 a.m. and I'm just
facts.
But yeah, and then
do people conversate on those runs? Or is it like super like
sometimes like at the beginning? Yeah, you do,
because it's not like a super fast pace. Like you guys are like, obviously there's some people that are going, but there's like some chill. Yeah, it's pretty chill for the most part.
Uri is usually pacing the back, and then I'm usually like pacing the front. But we switch here and there. But yeah, like we're just willing to help people out, and like obviously if it's your first time, like we're not gonna leave you. Yeah, and things like that.
So how did you become a part of that? Because it was maybe like a month or two ago. No. Yeah.
So.
Because I met you really through the Run For It.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you obviously were going to the Run For It for a while. So yeah, how did that kind of like come about?
So, I started going to Run For It like, it's literally been a year already. And that's where I met Freddie. That's where I met Uri. And all the Run For It members. Yeah. And I got really close to Uri. And, like, he's super cool. Like, he's very helpful. And one of the times I went to Sexy Pace, I just mentioned it to him. Because in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm already off season. Like, I'm about to graduate. You know what? Like, I could do this, like, without, like, breaking any rules. And, like, I just mentioned it to him. I was like, hey, like, if you need someone for, like, Sexy Pace, like, let me know. And I was just, like, messing, you know? Yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah, like, I'll keep it behind my hand. Like, whatever. And, like, a month after that, he was like, hey, like, are you actually being serious about it? And I was like, hell yeah. Yeah. And then Freddie texted me as well. He's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm down. Like, I'm free.
So what does that entail? What's the responsibilities?
Basically motivating people and just like telling them like you're capable of doing anything, you just need to do it. Like, you know how some people like to just like go, and it's like, no, like you need to wait for everyone, like have some manners, because there's been people where like they like to go fast, and it's like, hey, like chill, like, you know, like this is like a slow pace for everyone, like no one's gonna be left behind or anything. And at first I was like, Udi, like I don't want to tell them, like I'm scared that they're gonna tell me like, hey, like she's new and she's already bossing around, you know. But he was like, no, like you tell them, like you need to put your foot down and like tell them. And yeah, like over time, like you get used to it, or like they get used to you. And
do you come out with the routes, or Udi does?
Udi does. Okay, Udi does, and then he sends them to me, or sometimes he just posts them. He puts them in like the stories, and then like people could like follow it and stuff like that.
So you've been enjoying that.
It's been fun. Like I'm telling you, like I never saw myself doing this, and it's like.
But you've enjoyed running like for a while. Yeah. Even before Run for It. Well, obviously you did cross country a little bit, but.
A little bit, but honestly, it was because of Run for It. Like I'm telling you, it's been a year, but like during summer and stuff, like I would just go on runs, like 3-mile runs, and then once I was done with season, I would go to Sexy Pace, and like I'm like, okay,
because
like,
you weren't allowed to.
No, you can't. No, at first I was like, I'm just gonna do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I did it, and my coach found out, because like me and one of my teammates, we were like, oh, like we want to do a 5K. He was like, no, like that shouldn't be in your head, like that's not a priority, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But it was because of Run for It, and then I started doing long distance with Sexy Pace, and I'm like, okay, like I think I could do this.
Yeah.
So then I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna do a half marathon. I just do it just jokingly, you know, like I'm never serious, you know. And then one of my friends, she was like, let's do the Austin one, and I'm like, all right, bet. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've been training, so why not?
That's sick.
Yeah,
that one looks amazing. I feel like I have to do that one at some point.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm moving there in a couple months.
I remember you telling me. Yeah, that's so cool.
Super excited for that. A little nervous, but
why?
No, just the logistics of it. Like, I'm just trying to like just finding apartments and finding a different job. Like, it's just like those things.
Okay.
But now it should be fun. I'm excited because like I know Freddie's out there.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of different of my friends, so like it'll be cool to like go to those run clubs and like just experience that.
Yeah. I agree. Honestly, with Austin, like there's so many things that you could do like actively, you know, and even like outside of active activity level and stuff like that, like you could do so much.
Exactly.
Like there's like coffee shop, museums. I mean, I don't know if you're into thrifting, but like you could do a lot of thrifting there, Goodwill bins, things like that.
Are you into thrifting?
That's my thing.
Really? Yeah. Is that how you get all your drip or what?
Honestly, I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
But most of my clothes is like thrifted.
What's like I mean, it seems cool, but like for you, what makes it like, because I know a lot of people that thrift. For you, why do you enjoy it? Like, what's the significance of it?
The way I see it's like first come first, you know. So like if you see something and it's like, oh, like
this is a good
snag. This is good, or this is like a steal, you know.
So it's more so seeing that like that gem that like, damn, I just got this for
yeah. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to think. Okay, I went to a thrift store in Chicago. And you know, like the North Face puffers, they're into like fashion or whatever. Yeah. So I got like a beige color one, and then like the letters were like dark brown, and it's like, you've never seen this like a colorway for North Face.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it. I look at the price, $5, and I'm like, this is a steal. What? Like, I'm snatching this.
Damn, you might just get me into this shit.
So it's like things like that. Like,
and I bet it's cool to travel. That's really cool, probably traveling to different cities.
I mean, honestly, outside of El Paso, like you could find so much.
Yeah, I bet.
There's some stuff that you could find here, but it's hard because especially since we're kind of small compared to other cities, everyone like comes to thrifting and stuff like that, and like they snatch everything. Like you rarely find good stuff, you know.
Yeah, I bet those big cities there's like endless amounts of
No,
things.
yeah, like I'm telling you, you could find Babe, Supreme.
Yeah.
Anything.
So if you go to any city, like, are you gonna go to a thrift store for sure?
So that's the goal sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just be like, you know what? Like let's do something fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Let's go kayaking or things like
just
that.
random.
Yeah.
So how would like who's Leslie like outside of soccer?
Oh.
Like how would your friends like describe you?
I don't know. That's a tough question. How do you describe me?
Just very funny, like very playful,
Mm-hmm.
like just.
See, she can't even describe me.
It's like she's to herself, but so outgoing at the exact same time. Like,
Damn,
it's
that's
so weird.
that's so true.
So weird. Like I don't know how. Yeah, but just like super funny, always having fun. Like she's like a dichotomy of so many things. Like,
Yeah.
she's very serious about everything
Oh my God.
and takes everything so serious, and then like also is like messing around.
Yeah, facts.
So,
Like, yeah, I kind of want to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. No, that's literally.
And, like she's like, oh, I'm just playing around, but then like she actually goes.
Yeah, facts.
No, yeah, that's literally me. But do I look intimidating?
I wouldn't say intimidating. You don't seem like the most, because you're like super bubbly. I feel like
Yeah.
like when you talk to you, or like when you talk to yourself, like it's just, yeah, you're easy to talk to. But on the surface, you don't look intimidating, but you don't give that off either. You know?
That's literally everyone. Like
Yeah.
everyone tells me that. It's so funny.
You're like,
Oh my god.
talking and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because you have like a very serious demeanor.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me that.
But then you smile and you're just like, oh shit, like yeah.
I'm a nice person.
Yeah. Do you feel like what do you feel like is something especially like with the new year, like something that you feel like you need to work on? Like that's something you've been wanting to not change about yourself, because I would change is kind of harsh, but like yeah, something you feel like you can improve on as a person.
I say just like my positive self-talk. Like, I mean, since I'm very competitive and like perfectionist, I'm like, if I like do something wrong, I'm like,
You're very hard on
like,
yourself.
why are you shitting at you know? Like you've probably done it before, and like you could do it right the first time, you know, things like that. Or I don't know. Zuri always like, she sees behind the scenes, but I'm always telling her, I'm like, bro, like I don't like how I look or things like that. And she's like, bro, like you look good. Like
if you're wearing something, like you don't, like just kind of self-conscious about it, because you give off that you have a lot of confidence. Like
okay, yes and no.
because I especially with like just like, because obviously you're like I've seen you like model, and like you're very fashionable. Like some of the fits you throw on is like, damn, okay, like this shit's fire. So like you exude a lot of confidence as well.
Yes and no. But like in the aspect as like working out, and like there's mirrors like everywhere, so you're like, one day you're like, I look good, you know, and then literally the next minute you're like, bro, like you know, body dysmorphia and stuff like that. So then sometimes I'd be telling myself like, you're not working hard enough or stuff like that. And like that was also like during UTEP and stuff like that. Like sometimes my minutes would go down, and I'm like, dude, like, are you serious? Like, you're slacking it. And sometimes it wouldn't even be my fault, you know? And like I would tell myself, you're slacking it. They're working harder than you. Like just like things like
just
that.
like very hard on yourself.
Yeah, very hard on myself.
Yeah.
And like another thing that would come with that is that like I wouldn't enjoy where I was at, you know? That's another thing like I would like to work on myself, is just like enjoying the moment. Because past self, you wish, like past self would tell like future self like, I want to be here, you know? And then you're here and it's like, okay, I want to be over there. And it's like, dude, enjoy it. Like you just told yourself you wanted to be here. And yeah, just
what you're hoping for in like in the past, you've already accomplished that, but yeah,
like
you're already looking for the next thing.
Yeah, and then you're just looking for the next thing, and it's like, dude, like you need to enjoy like the moment, enjoy the people around you. Like you might not have this forever, you know. And yeah, that's.
Do you worry about your future a lot?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, like once you like open a door, like so many options are open for you, you know. And it's like I might tell myself I want to become this, but then you go somewhere else and it's like a different route. But like you never know, you know. Like there's a lot of open doors for you, and I feel like if you have that gut feeling, I feel like you have to like go for it. Just seeing myself like helping people with marathon training, and then like me and her, obviously, like we're training for a high rocks, so just like helping your partner, and it's like
you enjoy that.
Yeah, I could see myself helping others, but then part of me is like, I want to become a professional player. I want to become law enforcement, things like that.
Yeah.
Like I want to do so much, but then at the same time, it's like enjoy where you're at right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you say you have anxiety?
Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like tell myself like, no, like you can't have that, you know? Like I don't know, I'm telling you, I'm very hard on myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a break, you know?
Yeah. So what do you feel is like when you look back on your life, is there a specific moment where you think back to and like it was like the hardest thing you've had to overcome?
Ooh. Damn.
It could be a period of life. It could be like a specific moment that like kind of had like a lot of just kind of like ramifications. It can just be like, yeah, just something that like you think of.
Honestly, I'm gonna be super honest. It was probably like during season, like this past season.
Really?
Because I'm telling you, like this past season, like I didn't start. I barely got minutes, and like if you really know me, like as a soccer player, like even my JUCO coaches, my high school coaches, everyone that knows me as like soccer wise, they're like, bro, why are you not like playing? Like you're a good player, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like, and at first I like would stress about it so much, and it's like at one point it's like it's not in my hands. It's like coaches' hands. Like coaches are doing their job, that's on them, you know. But I say like, cause when was it? It was like season, right? And the first out of town game, I did not make travel. And I was like, what the hell? Because like I've always made travel, I've always played, I've always started.
And it's like a list, or they tell you like you're not traveling?
They send out a list.
Oh, okay.
And like that list, like I was just like, bro, what? Like, and I was in my dorm, I was like calling my dad. I was like, Dad, I didn't make travel roster. And he was like, what? Like, why? Like, did you do something or what? And I'm like, no, like I've been doing good in training, like I've been doing everything that I have to do and stuff. And he was like, don't worry, like you can't do much, you know, and like that's on the coaches, you know. And at one point I did tell myself, I was like, you need to work harder, like you need to work harder, you need to outwork these people, stuff like that. And like I would, and still nothing. And it's like I can't do much, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and that day I was in my dorm, I was literally bawling my eyes. I was like, there's no way. I was just very stressful. I was angry. And like I was talking to my roommate, and she's like my teammate as well, and she was like, dude, like you need to calm down, like you're good, like don't worry about it, like you know you're better, like, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, fine, like whatever. And that it was like on a Friday, so then they went Saturday and Sunday, they came back Sunday. So then I actually went to a run run, and I was like, I'm not doing anything, like I'm gonna go run. And I was just thinking, analyzing, I'm just like, I need to be at peace with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they don't want to travel with me, that's on them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at one point, you're just looking at the results, and it's like, I'm sorry, but they're not winning, you
Yeah.
know? But yeah, like, I was very hard. Like, I could tell myself I was, like, getting, like, sad, like, depressed, I guess, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, bro, like, it's my senior year. Like, it's my last season. Like, like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Like, why am I not traveling? And then, boom, another game, not traveled. Boom, another game, home game.
Mm-hmm.
No playing time. My parents, I think it was my parents and one of my best friends. They come and see me. No playing time. And I'm like, and then, like, you don't want them to see you, like, crying and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, like, we won or whatever, and stuff like that. So then, like, you try to, like, keep it in, but then at the same time, like, if you keep things in, like, later on, it's gonna be bad, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, so the game was done, and it was one of the home games, and, like, I look at my mom, and I'm like, like, you just start bawling, you know? I was, like, bawling my eyes, and she's like, you need to be calm, like it's,
and you're like on the bench type thing, crying.
It's out of your control, you know? Like, you can't do much. Like, I know you work hard.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you give it your all, you're fine, you know? And boom, another game. And I'm like, bro, that's already 5 games that I've not played on in my senior year. And honestly, towards the 4th, I was, like, already calm with it. I was like, you're not going to travel with me? All right, that's fine. But I will say, like, that was very tough for me, because I also, like, I feel like I've needed that lesson in a way, because I'm telling you, like, I've always played 90 minutes. I've always traveled.
Yeah, your entire life you were used to playing every single game.
So then, I guess, in a way, I got comfortable. I guess I needed that lesson to, I don't know, become stronger mentally and, like, physically. And yeah, like, I look back at it, I'm like, holy, like, it was tough for me, honestly. Because
do you feel like your confidence just, like, shot down
so much?
Yeah.
Like, that's also another thing. Like, last spring, I wanted to, like, gain, like, a little bit more muscle and stuff, and, like, I told myself, I'm like, you just need to eat more and stuff like that. So, like, I would talk to the nutritionist, but he was only the nutritionist for football. So, like, obviously, like, I didn't want to ask too many questions. He was like, you just need to eat more protein and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, fine. And then, like, I did gain weight, but I look back at it and I'm like, like, I was unhappy, you know? Like, it was so bad. And
you're just full all the time, or what?
Yes, or, like, even sometimes I'm like, bro, like, I just ate a whole meal and I'm still hungry. And then it was just, like, very toxic, because from not getting playing time, it's like they're feeding us, but I'm not getting playing time. Like, I shouldn't eat because I'm not running enough, you know?
Yeah.
Things like that. So I did build, like a toxic relationship with that as well. So that messed with, like, mental health, my confidence, and like, it just kept going and going and going. And it was just tough, because, like, at one point, like, you think playing time is your whole life, but you need to take care of yourself mentally, you know? Like, you can't let it get to yourself like that. And I feel like I did let it get to myself, because I would go out, like, with my family, and I would just be serious. Like, I'm telling you, I wouldn't enjoy the moment. And it's like, bro, like, you have to enjoy these moments with your family.
Yeah.
Or, like, I would just be talking about soccer.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, it's not just about soccer, you know?
Nah, because I'm the same exact way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, I will tell you, I did build, like, a toxic relationship with, like, food. Just things like that. Like, food, my confidence. I'm literally, like, I would tell myself like you're not doing enough, or like you look bad, things like that. And it was tough. Like I just look back at it and I'm like, or like I look back at pictures, I'm like, girl, you were not happy. You're not happy at all.
Yeah.
But
I think it's because I think about that. I feel like we said that on one of the recent podcasts. Like it's important to like separate like what you do from who you are. But it's kind of hard because like in a way it is who you are, what you do. But like if you let, like for example, like your success and how well like soccer's going at that time, which is not something you always have control over. If you let that define who you are all the time and you just walk around with that, then if soccer's not going the best, then you're meant like just you yourself isn't going to be doing the best in general, you know?
No, yeah, and like obviously like it was my whole identity in a way, because
exactly. And that's what's hard about it.
Yeah, it's hard, and like coaches tell you to not let it be your identity, but it's like, how do you not want me to? Like even you tell me that like I need to focus on soccer than my academics. You know, it's things like that. But it's just hard because I'm telling you, like I grew up playing soccer my whole life. D1 in general, any sport, it's so hard. So hard. But the good thing is that I didn't let it get to my classes and stuff like that. Like my classes were good. Like I had a good GPA. I graduated with honors and stuff like that. So like I'm like very thankful that like with school, like it wasn't messing with me. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what kind of like started to help you get out of that like point in your life?
I came to peace with it. And that's like also that what made me grow like a better relationship with God. You know? Like I've never been like religious until like probably like a year ago. Some of my teammates, they took me to Abundant. Oh my God, I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it, worshiping, everything. And like I started going to church and stuff like that, like reading my Bible app and stuff, things like that. And it's like, okay, like,
so you feel like that helped you a lot?
I'm calmer. Yeah, I'm calmer. And then I would see like other players from other schools, or like close friends that I know that were playing at D1 or D2, and they're like, yeah, like I'm going through the same thing, but like we can't let it get to us, you know. And that's like, I feel like that's so hard. Like being an athlete, it's like you're also human,
for sure.
like you can't take it serious, you know. But unfortunately, like a lot of people do take it serious, and like it goes more than that, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure. Dehumanizing athletes is huge, especially in pro sports.
Yep.
Like you can like fuck up on the field, and like the criticism someone gets is like, I get like that's their job, but you wouldn't talk to anyone else like that, like in just on a regular in the real world, like the way some of the people come after athletes. So I can't even imagine like the that feeling of especially being at that level. But I mean, the fact that you kind of came to terms with it, I mean, is the most important. And when you kind of, obviously soccer's your main goal, and but like, do you see like when you look like far into the future, what do you feel like you want to accomplish in your life? Like it doesn't have to be like super long term, but like if there is something that comes to mind where like I want to do that at some point.
Honestly, like with the whole marathon training and like high rocks training, like I want to be able to do like good timings for like high rocks, pros, what, like all of that. Like right now, literally that's literally what we're training for. It's March 16th, right?
Where is it at?
Houston.
Damn.
We're doing a double. So I don't know, like it's so funny because like the workouts that we have to do, it's like holy, like this is tough. Yeah, like I would tell like 300 shuttles were like tough, but oh my God, honestly, like the training that we do for high rocks is pretty tough. I don't know, just
doing more competitions,
and just being able to get out of El Paso, honestly, like having my own place, My dream truck is like a Raptor Bronco.
Oh shit.
So I want one.
Yeah.
So that's like my goal right now. But yeah, competitions, just traveling more, honestly,
Yeah.
and trying to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want kids?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But like I see that like coming like around 30s.
Yeah, no, for sure.
35s around there. But as of right now, like I'm just trying to enjoy life, especially right now because this is probably like the longest break I've had from soccer. So just trying to enjoy life right now.
Yeah. Yeah, just figure out what you like to do outside of soccer.
Yeah.
Because that's been your entire life.
It really has. And I'm telling you, like, finding new hobbies, it's like I'm getting obsessed with it, you know? I'm like,
Yeah, because I mean, you can translate that to anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's not athletics, like it's just any pursuit you want to do, like that work ethic is just gonna like take you anywhere, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I have the marathon February 16. So then in a month after that, I'll have the competition. And
That's
I'm telling you,
fun.
like, okay, for High Rocks, I did think about it. Because I would see it, like, on my TikTok. I'm like, oh, my God, this looks so cool.
Yeah.
I even mentioned it to my mom. I'm like, Mom, we should do one.
Yeah. So it's very new.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. But, like, I would tell myself, like, yeah, I'm going to do one. But I never saw it coming this fast.
And anybody can join? Yeah.
Yeah, anyone could do it.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like the regular, no? Or they could do pros as well.
I think pros.
You need a time, huh?
You need to have done at least one regular one.
Yeah.
The weights for the women go up to the men's
regular.
And
Yeah.
the men's regular go up even more.
Yeah.
So it's like
But there's like, is there like squatting and bench and all that shit? Or
No.
no.
it's more like functional?
Yeah.
It's like,
Explain the station.
so it's basically like wall tosses.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to run like 0.62 mile. And then you have to do lunges with the sandbag. And then that's what, like a 0.62 as well? Or no?
That one is 100 or 200 meters.
Yeah, around there. So it's
Damn.
just different meters,
And
different
it's
distance.
differing weights for men and women.
Yeah.
Damn.
And like you're trying to get like
The time.
the best time that you can.
Got you.
Yeah.
How long is like the entire workout or the entire thing?
Pros do it like sub 1 hour or less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you could take your time or like.
Are you guys like going for it, or you guys just want to like get
No, we're going for it. We're going for it.
We're both super competitive.
Yeah.
Like, and we test it every week. Last week we did a 109.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty good, but obviously it's so different once you're there. Like,
And it's the same exact, like you guys are replicating what you're gonna be doing there. Okay.
distances and everything.
Yep.
It's 8 stations and 8 runs.
0.62. Yeah.
And you do it at Powerhouse? Yeah. Damn, I have to hop in one of these. Am I gonna die? I mean, yeah.
We're dying.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Nah, I definitely have to try it. I want to try it actually.
Yeah, you should. And come to Sexy Pace.
Oh, for sure, I have to.
15 miles this Sunday.
14?
Yeah.
Ah, shit, bruh. All right, I don't know about that. Nah. Let me know the next, like, 8 to 9 miler, bro. I mean, I've ran that long, but I know, like, if I haven't done it in a while, I know my legs are going to be shot.
No.
Bad.
Honestly, that's going to be my first time doing 15
Yeah.
miles. But, running for a while does get tiring.
For sure.
Like, you might not feel it, but your legs. Or it could be the other way.
Yeah.
Like,
And what I notice is, like, the hardest miles are, like, if you're running the half marathon, I think it's like mile 10.
Really?
Mile 10 and 11.
that's where it starts
For
to
sure.
get, like, tough.
Because, like, once you're at mile 12, like, you have 1 mile to go. Like, you're gonna,
Give it
you
all.
feel good. But
Yeah.
that 10 and 11's like, fuck, I still have 3 more miles, bruh. Yeah.
That's
But
what
it's
we
fun.
No,
The
yeah.
half marathons are really fun.
And, like, literally, like, I'm the only one that, like, from my family that, like, likes to do stuff like that. I mean, my mom loves to work out and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, she can't run as much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, imagine having my mom running a half marathon with you. Like, that would be
That'd be so
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on like dating in El Paso?
I hate it here. No, I'm just kidding. It's so toxic.
Yeah.
It's so toxic. I don't suggest it.
What do you think makes it like? Because yeah, every time we talk about it, it's like, oh, dating in El Paso is just like
Everyone
seems
knows
hard.
everyone.
Yeah. What makes it? Do you feel like, is it just like the type of people, or you think it's like the size of the city and like just social media and everybody knowing everybody? Like, what's your take on it?
I feel like it's everything. Especially in like today's generation, like they're going based off like what social media says. So it's like, if my partner is not texting me in the next hour, that means they're cheating on me, you know, things like that. And it's like, dude, like they're living life as well, like let them, you know. But I don't know, it's just very toxic. Another thing is like everyone knows everyone, so probably one person's gonna be saying something and then the other person's gonna be like, no, like,
yeah, I can't tell me how many people like I'll say oh yeah, I'm talking to this person, be like, I hear something about them, I'm like, fuck, dude, you shouldn't even have told me anything.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So you're like, I can't wait to like go to another city again.
Yeah. No, yeah. Honestly, like, I really like talk to anyone from El Paso. Like, I haven't. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm a lover girl. Like, if I'm gonna talk to someone, like, I want it to be a relationship, you know. But
you can't just do casual.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. That's so toxic.
Yeah.
No, but no, like I can't do casual situationships. Hell no.
So you're just very selective with who you talk to.
Yeah. Like, if I do like the person and stuff like that, obviously, like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to like make it work out. And if it doesn't, well, it's not meant to be. You know?
That's a good mindset.
Yeah. I mean, if it's your soulmate or like the person that you're gonna marry, like, they're not gonna treat you like that.
Do you guys believe in right person, wrong time?
Ooh, I don't know.
You don't?
Yes and no, but I'm telling you, like, the way that I think about it.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
It could, like, a little bit, because what if the both of you aren't like mature yet, you know? But then also, like, if it was the right time, like, why is it not working? Just things like that, you know?
No. And you?
I feel like every person comes into your life for a specific reason, and you have to find that reason. And sometimes it's just not meant to be. Like, people have taught me different lessons for different reasons at that time because I needed it at that time. And like, now I'm here because that happened, but like, and they could be a different person now and then come back and then life brings you back together. And that's a thing, absolutely. But like, I don't think you should like hold on to someone and be like, oh, that is my person, like that. No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you have to move on with it.
Yeah. No, I had conflicting views on this because before, like, my first thought was like, if it wasn't the right time, then it wasn't the right person. But then I got to a point where it's like, sometimes like you do truly love someone, but for whatever reason, it's just like, there's just like, you guys can't get to a place where it's like healthy or good. So it's like, I would say almost right person. Yeah. Or right time or wrong time.
Honestly, like, sometimes, like, it might suck that you have to let go of that person, but sometimes it's better to love that person from a distance. Because if they're not bringing positive, anything that's positive into your life, then like, why do you want that person? You know,
for sure.
It's hard, like, because like, especially if like you really really like or love that person, like, it's like, I really want them, you know. But they're not doing anything.
Yeah, it's tough. It can get like, just, it's with so many different feelings involved. Like, you would think, like, I feel like when you're in that situation yourself, it's hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if someone had come up to me and, like, they were saying, like, they really love someone, but then there's, like, I feel like I'm starting to realize, like, if there's any doubts of any sort, like, it's just not
it.
I feel like you would know
Yeah.
if someone was the right person for you.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, yeah, there's just so you might start convincing yourself that they are, and then they'll do something where they remind you, like, oh shit, I don't think they are.
Like, red flag right there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, like,
Yeah.
I feel like if once you know it's the right person, like, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, for an example, like, my middle brother, I think, like, his whole life, he's, like, probably, what, 28, 29? His whole life, he's probably, like, had, like, 2, like, girlfriends, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the second one, like, he proposed to her already.
Oh wow.
And, like, I asked him, I was like, bro, like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, good for you, but, like, how do you know it's the right person, you know? He's like, you just know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna take your advice. I trust you.
That.
But
Facts. No, yeah. It seems like there's a lot that goes into it, but then, like, I don't know. Maybe there doesn't have to be. Maybe it is like that simple, you know?
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know, especially here in El Paso. Like, you never know. But yeah.
Yeah, it can be super complicated. I have some questions though. I feel like would be fun to answer.
See.
I want to get some
good tea?
some girls' perspective on these questions.
Okay. Ooh,
Let's see.
you have the right people right here.
What constitutes cheating in today's digital world?
Oh, damn.
Like, what's like? Because I feel like there's obviously certain things that are like for example, DMing someone, like being like, let's just say you're in a relationship and like, obviously could be reasons why you're in the conversation with someone, but there's like, obviously there's a certain boundary. Mm-hmm. What's that boundary?
The way I see it is like, obviously like my partner could have friends or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if you're like going out of your way to like, I don't know, reach for someone, because I want to go into like the liking pictures, like the Instagram heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tough. Okay. I'm just going to say it. Like, if you see someone that's like in workout clothes, mm-hmm. I mean, you could show your muscles and stuff like that, you know? Yeah. But like, if you're with someone, if you have a partner and you're going out of your way to like someone's picture that's like probably like shirt off and stuff like that, I just feel like that's kind of sus. Like that just brings out the question, like, what do you like? Like,
for sure,
why are you liking it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
there's no from a guy's perspective, I think if a guy's gonna like a picture, it's it could be, obviously it could be your friend, mm-hmm. It could be a close friend, it could be like someone like just an acquaintance that has nothing to do with it, but I don't know, just from a guy's perspective, like, if you like it, then that does mean something,
right?
You know?
That's,
you shouldn't just,
yeah.
I feel like anything that you feel like you have to make an excuse for, validate, or hide, that's
or if like you're doing something, you're like, fuck, like I'm doing something wrong right here, like that's already like a red flag, you know? Like,
so you're saying if you didn't have to, if it wasn't, but if you didn't have to think about it, like it was just like there's there's nothing wrong with liking this picture.
Then you gotta evaluate whether
yeah, like you need to like explain like what's the past with this person. Like, if right now I would have been like, why are you liking that girl's picture, you know? Oh, she's just a friend. Like,
so why? So yeah, so
you know?
So is liking like off the table, like just in general? Because I don't think it's an issue to say that, but like, is it?
I don't know. So, you know what? I'm
like case by case basis. Also, like, it does depend on
the post.
Or the post. The
yeah.
picture of the post.
The past with that person too. Like, like, are you guys friends? Did you guys used to talk? Things like that, you know?
The liking the stories is 100%. Like, that's a no-go.
Yeah.
You like
yeah.
you liking stories, like, yeah, there's something to that for sure.
It's hard
Yeah.
too because it's like you can't see like the posts that they're liking, like stories, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you hiding or what? Like,
Yeah, that when they added story likes, that changed the game, bro.
like
For good and for bad.
no, literally, I agree. No.
Cause yeah, that's something you want to, unless they like hit a girl or whoever hits you
Screenshot,
up and they're
yeah.
like, yo, hey girly, like,
Hey
dude,
girl, he's crazy. Trauma.
He's been in my likes.
Just kidding. You know what? Just be single for the rest of your life. I'm kidding. But yeah.
No, I think there's great people out there. Can a relationship recover from infidelity?
I don't know. Go. You go first. You go first.
Oh,
Like, how do you see it?
if it was me, no.
Okay.
Cause like I feel like once you break that initial trust, it's like, how do you even know if they're being truthful? You know, like obviously I think people can evolve and change, but I think that deed is just something where, and I think some people do work through it, but how do you know that it's gonna change? You know.
You see, I feel the same way because I don't know. It's just hard because like I'm the type of person to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, you know what? That's what you're saying. Okay, like you're gonna work on it. Okay, fine. But at the same time, if like they already did it once, what makes you think like they're not gonna do it again?
Exactly.
But then it's like going back to like, you know what? Second chances. But then again, it goes back to like you should never give second chances. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just the way I see it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I'm just too nice. I'm just too nice.
I think I'm a very understanding and like I feel like I'm a very empathetic person, but something like that, like it'd just be hard for me. And I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but even just like if other people knew to like, I don't know if my family knew that she cheated on me, like I don't know, I feel like that means something too. Like how are you gonna,
like that's embarrassing or
yeah, for sure.
Like,
it's kind of embarrassing. And it's not even your fault, but it's just, it makes you feel obviously a type of way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree.
What about you?
I feel like as soon as you forgive someone for that, it immediately, whether they say it or not, or whether they even try to believe that or not, they now know that you don't respect yourself enough to walk away or to set a boundary or anything. And at that point, anything goes.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to test their limit. They're like, okay, she forgave me for this, now I can do this, or slightly disrespect you in a different way, and then you're thinking like, oh, well, it's different, I don't know, and like, no, I don't.
Yeah. And how often does that open up like the other partners like, oh, okay, like obviously they probably not thinking that, but at the same time there is that little bit of like, oh, she did me wrong. Like I'm sure there's a lot of get back in these situations, which is toxic as fuck.
That's so toxic and immature. It's like,
which one's worse, the get back or the get back or the initial cheat is like, I mean, they're both not great.
Both.
Yeah.
They're both.
Do you think people cheat because they're unhappy, or is it more like an impulse or opportunity?
Ooh.
Like, are they inherently unhappy with the relationship if they cheat, or is it more so like in the moment, like fuck it?
I feel like it could be both. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's mainly, or it could be more like impulsive in a way, because I don't know. I feel like if a guy sees like, I don't know, a pretty girl or whatever, I feel like if the girl would have done something to that guy, like they'll risk it right now. But I don't know. All guys are not the same. But
yeah. Do you think it's different for girls and guys as far as the not the? I think cheating is cheating, but the reasoning behind it. or the impulse of it, or the actual like the reasoning, why they did it?
I feel like it goes for both.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, shit. If you're with someone, like, just be loyal to them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why you guys are in a relationship, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it goes for both. Like, also, it's the type of person that you are. Like, do you respect yourself and your partner? I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't know that type of
Yeah,
person.
it's
Like,
100%.
yeah.
Like you, if you're in a relationship with someone, like, be like, that's your person.
Yeah, like, just
Yeah.
stay with them. Like,
I will say I think for a guy, I think guys are just so like they have that fuck it in them.
yeah.
Where like as bad as it is, I think for a lot of dudes it can just be like it's here and like she's kind of bad, like fuck
Yeah.
dude, like it sucks, but like I feel like for guys they don't think a lot of shit through. It's like we're stupid, like we just do like do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Whereas a girl, like
They think
I think they think more about it.
Yeah.
But then again, I think there's some girls that also have that like fuck it.
But that's where it goes into, like, do you respect yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like a lot of girls, like, they don't respect themselves, and like if they see the opportunity, like, fuck it, like, again, fuck it mentality, you know? And I don't know. I mean, I just feel like that fuck it mentality in that aspect, it's not gonna get you anywhere.
Facts. Definitely not.
Nope.
Do you guys think we live in a simulation?
I'm like,
Have you ever thought about that?
no,
Leslie? No.
I've wait, okay, go into depth. Like,
Okay.
what do you mean by that?
I guess from what I understand, it's like the idea is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I feel like you've thought about this before, right? Okay.
She's like, damn right.
But the idea is that if we can like create our own simulations, like as far as like just like little like VR or something like virtual reality, if we can create our own, eventually like we would get to a place as a civilization where like you can create something that's indistinguishable from like the reality we live in.
Holy shit.
So
no.
so who's to say that we aren't who's to say we haven't done that already, and that's what we're living in, I guess.
What
is the
the
idea.
hell?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes, but I've
you
never
agree
really
with that?
thought about it.
As humans, we feel like we have free will. And also I feel like sometimes we associate meaning to things that that necessarily they could have meaning, but also they could very well not, you know? And we try to justify a lot of things that happen to us, especially if they're like terrible. Like if someone passes away, or like if someone something doesn't go right, like we automatically associate meaning to that to like cope with it.
Yeah.
Which is not, it's beautiful, but also it's kind of sad when you think about the other reality. So that's why I prefer to believe in everything happens for a reason. Because sometimes if it's like the opposite of that, then it's like, oh fuck, like my best friend like got cancer for no reason, you know, and like he died, or like I didn't get this opportunity, and yeah, it's just like that. But like going back to determinism, like the way I see it sometimes is like, did you have control over like doing certain things in your life? It seems like you did, but if you kind of like take a bird's eye view, something led you to making that decision. Something led you to going to, like, you think you chose to go to Illinois, but did you? Like there's something else that like kind of,
Okay, yeah.
do you kind of understand what I'm getting at?
Yes. It's so, I don't know. Like, I have so many perspectives, but then at the same time, it's just like,
Just here.
it's happening for a reason.
I'm just a chill girl.
I'm just, literally, I'm just a chill girl. Just a girl.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. Like, it's kind of creepy just thinking about that. Like,
Facts.
but I don't know.
You're just living life.
Yeah, I really am.
Yeah.
But then, like, I do go back and like I think about it, and I'm like, what's the reason behind it? Like, why is this happening? But then later on, once I'm like good and like at peace and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, like that needed to happen to be where I'm at right now.
Yes, and I agree. But you look back at it, it's like it was supposed to happen.
Yes, like not gonna lie, like you know how like I was telling you, like I'm just a nice person. Like I had to go through like a situationship because damn, like that girl did not have a backbone at all. But like now that I look back at it, I'm like, okay, like I needed that. Like now I'm able to set boundaries. I'm able to say no to things because back then, like if you would ask me back then, like, oh, I'm doing something, and then you would say like, hey, like come help me. Obviously, like I'll go and help you, but it's just like let me finish my stuff, you know,
before you would drop everything.
Yeah. And I don't know, like that's been my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's like it's good, but also it's bad because you start losing yourself and you're starting to pay attention to others instead of yourself mentally and physically. But yeah, like I think about it now and it's like, okay, like I'm glad I went through that. But during that era, I'm like, oh, like I'm going through hell right now, you know? But
yeah, it's weird when you look back at certain things. And like I guess sometimes I think about like I don't know, the first thing that comes to my head is like, have you ever, like, let's just say you like somebody and you wish like you could like something wishes like you kind of like interact with them or talk to them, and then because like maybe you don't have direct contact with them, and at some point you guys end up crossing paths. However, you know, like that shit's just so crazy to me. But anyways, what were your thoughts on determinism?
I believe in the universe. So the universe is ahead of your spirit, and your spirit's ahead of your mind, and your mind is ahead of your body. So the universe, I feel like I've created such a strong relationship with it in the sense that like every single thing that happens, I'm like, it had to happen. It's going to lead me somewhere and like whatever. So I can't really control what happens. And it's like how you say, like, did you really make that choice? Like did I really choose to like leave UTEP and like have my life fall apart and everything? But like obviously not. But like that absolutely had to happen for me to be like in the place that I am now. So the universe was ahead of like my spirit, and then my spirit obviously had to like persevere in order to like get through all of that and then get me here. And your mind is always ahead of your body. Like any single time something comes at you and you flinch or whatever, that's an example. Like your mind is ahead of your body. Your body didn't know that was gonna happen, but it reacted.
Yeah.
And your mind had to send that signal before that even happened. So it's like I feel like it's a hierarchy of things, and the deeper that you get like up there, the better you can understand life and like why everything is happening.
Yeah. So the universe is the most ahead.
Yes.
So what benefit is there to like doing the right thing then in life? Like doing like, if everything is kind of already decided by the universe, and like why do certain things if that outcome's already going to happen? Or do you kind of get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think that the universe says like this is what's gonna happen, like boom 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 boom. I think it's like I'm gonna place this in front of you, and it's like chess. It's like it plays whatever it's called, I don't know. It makes a play and then it sees what you do, and then it's like, okay, and now I'm gonna react to that. And the universe doesn't respond with like, it's not going to respond with grace. It's going to keep putting those things in your path. Like,
so you learn.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's when I think about simulation. I'm like, yo, what? Probably because
no,
like this shit's like a video game.
I agree with that. Like you just you're not gonna. How do I say this? like you're not gonna learn or you're not gonna move on until I feel like you learn that lesson. And it's
and
like
it could take you like so many
so
tries.
many, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's fucking crazy. So the more in tune you are with, you feel like the more in tune you are with the universe, the like not the easier path you have, but like the more like the least resistance you'll face.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the more reflective you are, the better equipped you are to handle what it places in front of you. And it's like the way that I think, I'm like, I know something's gonna come. You know, like life isn't gonna be perfect. It's like something is gonna come, and you can't anticipate it too much to where you're no longer like enjoying your life, like how we said before. Like you're so focused on the next thing that you're not enjoying where you are. So like, I think just it helps you anticipate, but in like, you have to do it in a healthy way. Because if not, then that attracts negativity too. And then you can just set yourself up for, if the universe is gonna be like, okay, you're expecting something negative, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
And then until you stop expecting that, then that's when good things come. Just like, I used to be really depressed, and like I had like the universe going through it. Put me through so many things to get through it.
Yeah.
So interesting, honestly.
Yeah. And so with like, where does God come into play in the picture for you? Because you believe in like the universe and stuff.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like a year ago, that's when like I started taking like, cause I was born in like a Catholic household, so obviously like Catholic and Christian is like different. But like a year ago, I started going to Abundance Christian, and like I'm telling you, like a year ago, like I barely started going to church, getting more into it, and honestly, like as of right now, like I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I'm Christian, or yeah, I'm Catholic, you know. I'm just trying to like get more knowledge from it, and like trying to understand it, like where is this, like, you know, like what does it mean?
Yeah, you're trying to understand more.
Yeah, but also like the universe, it's like,
yeah, I feel like God and universe are kind of like
a team.
Interchangeable. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like people who see universe in a way, universe is someone's God. Like it's kind of like the same things. You actually, if you were to replace the universe with God in our conversation, like it kind of be like the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I definitely like stepped away from, because I grew up Catholic, but I stepped away from religion. Like I don't think it was anything out of conscious thing, but like it's when I went out to school in Arizona, like I just wanted to understand why, if I was gonna be Catholic, why, not just because I grew up in it, like why would I want to follow this and believe in it? And definitely a lot of questions that come up when you. I
have so many questions about religion, because obviously like the way they see Catholic people, it's like they believe in God, but like they're doing whatever, you know. And then you see Christian people, it's like they believe in God and they're perfect, you know. And it's like I've met like Christians, and it's like,
and
like
that's my only thing with like religion. I think like if there's so many different like differing views, and I feel like it all arrives at the same like location or same idea, like general idea, but for some reason there's so much conflict over it. So much.
I agree. I don't know. I'm telling you, like I'm kind of new here, like with the religion stuff, but I don't know, like
it's like battling like debating how to get somewhere, but you're still gonna end up at the same like spot. You know?
I agree. I don't know, it's weird. Like I'm not saying like it's weird in like a bad way, but I don't know, like just how it works, you know. Just
to like leave off, if there's something like just advice you'd give to someone who's kind of just in like a tough place right now, if you kind of like think back to like a situation you were getting playing time and you're right, and you just kind of like lost your confidence, if maybe someone's like in a similar situation in their life, like what's something you'd say to them?
I think I would just, the advice that I would get someone is that you're gonna get through it, like no matter what. You have to you have to have patience, and I say just believe in yourself. Like, don't worry about what's happening with others or like around you. Like, just work on yourself. Try to be a better person. Be nice to anyone, everyone. And also, like, just try to find something else outside of your comfort zone. Because, I don't know, for an example, like, if you find something, I don't know, if you've never done, like, activity in your life, go walk a mile every day or whatever. You know, I feel like just, like, finding, like, the gym or, like, activity or anything like that, I feel like that could help with mental health, because you're just fighting with you versus you, you know? At the end of the day, it's just you versus you. You're trying to become a better person. And yeah, just spend time with your loved ones and the people that support you. And yeah.
Hell yeah. That is episode 62 of The Most Vulnerable Player with Leslie Gutierrez.
Yes.
Gutierrez. AKA China.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming through, making
Thanks
the time.
for having me.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I'm sure we can talk for a lot longer.
No, yeah, for sure. The actual tea.
For sure. Yeah. Appreciate you. Shout out to Zuri, right? Zuri, for the deep insight.
No,
that was awesome. But yeah, we will see you guys next time.